Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Palmisano here, and welcome to my new studio setup. I renovated above my garage and made this spot, which I'm going to fill in, and basically I'm going to have drums, keyboards, bass, and everything in one room, finally, and start doing what I've been trying to do my whole life, and that's actually make some music. I'm still going to teach, obviously. I'm still going to make these videos and run the whole GuitarGate community, obviously. But my hope is to start making stuff that only I can make. So, on that note, JP McLean hits me with a little coming down from John R. Miller. JP says, gut-wrenching songwriting, super clean technical picking, a master of voice leading, and effortless chord progressions. Well, you have my attention, JP. So this is for you. Thanks for being a subscriber on the site, and thanks for everybody out there that has supported me for all these years and on this journey. Let's hit the button. Hit me. John R. Miller.
Everybody talking about everybody else, and ain't nobody knows where they are.
I don't think that was the song.
This song is called Coming Down. Don't you wish that you could go back sometimes? Don't you wish that you could go back home? Trying to remember just where it was. Remember when you weren't alone.
Yeah.
Remember you ain't alone.
Okay, I love this that little drone. Okay, so harmony-wise, I'm still getting used to where the camera is in this new setup. Harmony-wise, we're in the key of A, the neighborhood of A, right? And it's from a half step below that little G sharp that. Now it sounds like he's a little bit out of tune. It's hard to really tell, but whenever I go to add that sus along with him, something's a little off. So I think his guitar is in tune to itself or to the way that he likes it, but it's not quite in tune with me, who just use the digital tuner. Point is, he's got capo 2nd fret, key of A major, but doing a G shape. That's how he's achieving it. That little slide there, I love it. It makes it. Oh, my wife's calling. I'll call her back. We won't put her on YouTube today. Then you have a 6 chord, goes to an F sharp minor, that's your E shape. It's got a 5 chord, that will be a D shape if your capo is 2nd fret. It also will have a B minor, which will be a 2 chord, but it will be your A minor shape if your capo is 2nd fret. And there's a 4 chord, which is D major, which will again be your C shape if your capo is 2nd fret. Let's keep going.
Every
Love those little
day,
perfect voice lead.
Another pointless job. Every night, another lonesome song. Trying to remember when your bed wasn't leather. You were the one singing along.
Love that
Lord,
run.
where did we go wrong? Now the sky is coming down. Can't you see the stars falling? Have you
Yeah, the little make it a dominant 7th right there. Listen to that.
the stars falling?
Here we go. So listen for this. That note.
Can't you see the stars falling? Have yourself.
So what happens here? So we're in A major. Nothing is out of the box here. For all those little runs, all the perfect voice leading, all the major melodies, all the melodies are just perfectly major. So what happens? He makes A7. So it's a 3-note chord, A, C sharp, and E, that becomes a 4-note chord that now is A, C sharp, E, and G, the note that is a whole step behind the root. Okay, that's your flat 7. Now, what this does here is it temporarily removes us from the key of A major, because a dominant chord only exists as a 5 chord in diatonic harmony. So this for a second becomes what's known as a functioning dominant, because this is 5 of D. A7 wants to go to D, because this tritone, the G and C sharp, the flat 7 and major third respectively, flat 7 wants to go down, resolve the suspension of the major third for D, and the C sharp wants to go up to resolve that leading tone from C sharp to D. So A7 becomes D like that. That's the key function. Remember, we always talk about third hunting on this channel. It's because the third makes chord function more than any other note. So you might get used to, oh, it's this big shape, going to this big shape, but all that's really happening here is these two notes here. The third of A7 wants to go up to become D, and the flat 7 of A7, G, wants to go down to become the third of D. That's it. Third to third.
Another round until you can't hear the darkness calling.
What a great strum right there. Just a perfect rake. A lot of you out there probably, I hope that you appreciate the little things like that enough. Sometimes just a perfectly fluttered pick over an open string or an open chord, just a perfect little strum with so much confidence and subtlety. It just makes these kinds of tunes. I know this is small and maybe you think it's simple, but this is a big deal. So that move, but then you got it's such a cool little line. Again, I know I'm doing it in a different position, but A, you're suspending it, right? It's A sus. So again, sus means you're suspending the third. So you're taking away the chord's major or minor function with either the note above it, the fourth, or the note below it, the second, or ninth as people call it, right? So this is a sus4, back to A major, so 4 to the major third, and then G sharp to A. Someone in the comments is going to know what I'm thinking of, but this, yes, it's in, is it in Sturgill Simpson's, the song, Woke Up Today and Decided to Kill My Ego? It ain't never done me no good, no how. What is that song? I'm going to wake up and blast on through the bardo. It's like maybe my favorite Sturgill Simpson song, but it's got that same move. I think it's the exact same key. It just keeps making me think about that. All right, let's keep going.
There was a good man in the making once, when the light of yesterday, trying to remember who he was. Trying like hell to recall his name. Yeah, it used to be my name too.
Love that, Mom.
Now the sky is coming down. Now
Let me point something out here again. You know, sometimes we go deep in the lyrics. Sometimes we go deep in the melody. Sometimes we go deep in the harmony. There's so many things this guy is doing technique-wise that I just want to point out because they're really subtle, but they're really powerful. I guarantee if you ask him, it's very on purpose. When he goes to the chorus in the 4 chord, it seems like every time, maybe he didn't do it the first time, but every time since then, which would make sense to layer, he does it with the 5th in the bass. So you have D major, but adding the 5th in the bass, that really thick, right? It's little things like that, especially when you have a simple accompaniment, like just acoustic and fiddle, like there's no bass. Creating girth by playing an inversion and not just having the root of the chord as the lowest note you're always playing, but playing an inversion. So root position means root's lowest, first inversion means third's lowest, second inversion means 5th is lowest. And so he's playing a second inversion, D major chord, but it's obviously the C shape because the capo is in second position. And you can just hear it. If you know what you're listening for, you can hear that when he goes to this, it's just fatter. It's just bigger. It just is way more support for the song. And it makes it pop. It needs it.
now the sky.
You hear how much fatter that is? It's not. It's. You hear that?
Now the sky is coming down. Can't you see the stars falling? Have yourself another round until you can't hear the darkness calling. Until you can't hear the darkness calling.
Love that smile at the end between the two of them. All right, J.P. McLean, that was for you. This is John R. Miller, Coming Down. Just a beautiful song. Just an absolutely beautiful song. So many arrangement things you can learn from it. And, you know, I'm feeling remiss right now that I didn't spend more time talking about the lyrics, but I felt it was an opportunity to showcase a bunch of these other technical things. But of course, I think we can all relate to that final message. You know, have another round until you can't see the, you know, darkness coming down, or however he phrased it. I mean, it's the life we live, right? Choices. Sometimes you make them, sometimes you don't make them, if you know what I'm saying. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. Ring the bell. Drop a little note in the comment on what this reminds you of, what makes you, what you think we should hear next on here. And if you'd like to be like JP and be a part of the inner circle, if you will, and pick what comes next on YouTube, that's a thank you I do for my students who subscribe at guitargate.com. When you allow me the privilege to be one of your online teachers and learn my method and go through my curriculum, I also want to hear what you're listening to. I want you to turn me on to new stuff, and I hope that the community turns you on to new stuff to ultimately keep you motivated, keep you inspired, so that you keep this thing in your hands where it should be. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Cheers. I love you all. Have a great day. Yeah. Now we'll call Annie back.